Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session on Housekeeping Terminology 3. I hope you found the time to watch the earlier videos, Housekeeping Terminology 1 and 2. And I'd like to reiterate that I've also made a series of basic technical terms for front office. My name is Dr. Samir Divanji. I'm an associate professor and training and placement head at AISSMS College of Hotel Management, Pune. So let's begin.
Hi everybody, my name is Naina Khanna and I know that all of you are preparing right now for your campus interviews. So I just had a few suggestions to make. One is, we are always on the other side of the panel, and what we find is that most students are very unprepared as far as their technicals are concerned. Point two is that their general knowledge is rather weak. And the third point I'd say is that the awareness of what is happening not only in India but also across the world needs to be strengthened. So if you look at these 3 points and if you take care of these 3 points, I think you'll ace it.
So that was a veteran from the industry talking to you about the importance of technical knowledge, basic jargon, industry jargon, and that's the basic foundation of any core department. All right. So I don't need to go on about technical knowledge and its importance. And it's important right from year one to the final year, whatever it's a 3-year course or 4-year course, that you need to know your basics correct. Moving ahead, let's look at 15 terms in this video as well. I'm starting with some very simple terms. Yes, Dutch wife. I think it's a little sexist, right? It should not be only the wife who knows stitching, but it's an old term. Of course, it's another term used for the sewing kit provided as a guest amenity. Many hotels don't provide it as an amenity kept in the room. It is usually on request. All right. So that's Dutch wife or sewing kit. It's very handy if a button comes off or if you need to just stitch something on the spot when you're staying in a hotel, especially for long stays. Duvet is a basic simple term which is quilts. All right. Closer home, I can think of uh, Godhadi in Marathi probably. That's probably comes closest to quilts or duvets. Now many hotels use duvets in in place of both blankets and bedspreads. All right, they're also known as comforters. They are soft and very comfortable. They are quilts filled with down feathers sometimes. All right. Then we come to a term again, like Dutch wife, it's a little different. Jewelers rouge. All right. So this is actually a pink oxide of iron used as a fine abrasive for polishing silver and so on. So to really sparkle and polish your metals, especially silver, this pink oxide is known as jewelers rouge. All right, Johnny Mop is a brush used for cleaning toilets. It can pump water through an inlet outlet system in its handle and head to swab the toilet, right? A lot of hotels have uh, very sophisticated equipment nowadays for cleaning. There are constant innovations, developments, research that's happening because housekeeping also is turning out to be a very important department, not just to clean but to sanitize. All right. So that's Johnny Mop. Then we come to a term called napron. Napron is laid over the tablecloth, usually diagonally, to protect it from spills and stains. It just gives a very attractive formal appearance. It just gives a good finishing touch to the table that's laid. All right. Some books also, some places, it also is referred as slip cloth or overlay or throw over cloth. Basically, it's a napron or a slip cloth or an overlay. All right. Now, here I'd like to introduce another term called napery, which is a generic term used for all table linen. All right. So you have tablecloths and napkins all being part of napery. All right. So napery and naperon. Shams, uh, an important question for campus interviews or external exams, Viva. It's an American term for pillowcases. In the Indian context, it is used for pillowcases that match the fabric and pattern of bedspreads. All right, so it looks very matched. All right, so that's shams for you. Shoe mitts. All right, these are flannel cloths, usually in the shape of a mitten, kept in guest rooms as an additional guest supply for cleaning shoes. All right, so once the shoe is polished, the shoe mitts give it a very good shine. All right, so that's shoe mitts. Nowadays, instead of flannel, rice paper tissues are used. Wicker, you've seen it all the time. It's actually shoots of willow plants, right? They are woven together to make bread baskets, flower baskets, mats, trays, sofas, chairs. There's so much furniture also made from wicker, all right? So every hotel, whatever the star category, has something made of wicker for sure because it gives a good finish. It, it looks very earthy and attractive. EPNS can be an F&B term and a housekeeping term, electroplated nickel silver. So instead of silver, which is very expensive, we use uh, electroplated nickel silver. So this is a plating of silver, so to say. It gives a very luxurious, a very rich look to your cutlery. All right. So usually star hotels, and in that very traditional Indian restaurants or absolutely sophisticated uh, niche restaurants use EPNS. All right, it can go well with royal food or that kind of cuisine, or also a classic English high tea or breakfast. All right, so that's EPNS, electroplated nickel silver. Flannel, a plain weave cotton fabric with a brushed or napped surface. Flannel is used for polishing mostly. It is used as a cloth. You have to only ensure it doesn't leave lint. All right. Then we come to a term which is Murphy bed, also known as Sicko bed. It is a kind of bed that folds up into the wall. All right. It can look like a bookshelf or cupboard. It's just like a cabinet actually when it's folded away. So you can just hydraulic Murphy beds are now available, so you don't have to really be very strong to pull it down and up. So if it's hydraulically operated, you can just pull it down and it retains its shape and then it goes back. It's very useful and handy, especially in cases where you need extra beds, but you don't want to lay them and make the room look very crowded or busy. Queen size bed, we did king size earlier. I hope you remember it. Yeah, there were two types in that as well. So queen size is 5.5 by 6.5 feet. You can say, yeah, it's a queen size. It's usually a big bed, and king size is of course much more bigger and luxurious. Queen size bed is 5.5 by 6.5 feet in dimensions. Credenza, it's an old term, it's a classic term, but it's a piece of furniture used as a sideboard. It has a long top, it has storage space below in terms of shelves or drawers or cabinets, all right? So that's credenza for you. Then we come to an interesting term called pillow menu. Now, hotels since many years have always tried to offer their guests something different, something new, something more. So there's a survey, and it said that most of the time that the guests spend in the hotel, especially business hotels, is on the bed. All right. Otherwise, the guests are out and about. So the maximum time in the guest room that the guests spend is on the bed. So why not make the beds more luxurious? Why not make the pillows more comfortable? And today, everyone has their own requirement. Some people like soft pillows, some like hard pillows, some have issues with their spine, back, neck. So these pillows, this pillow menu gives a perfect chance for you to order a pillow. Of course, you can't take it home and it's not charged also. It's various types of pillow like orthocare, hypoallergenic, memory foam, hard pillow, feather pillow. Again, types of feathers are there. So that's a pillow menu usually kept in the room, and you can ask the housekeeping or guest services to bring it to you. All right. A lot of hotels, even in the reservation confirmation, ask you this information. Finally, we come to a term, service directory. It's a little booklet present in every guest room on the table, either the work table or on the credenza if they have, or at the floating cabinet below the mirror, or any bedside table or in the drawer. This service directory is a booklet which has information about the hotel, its services, the intercom numbers, what all the guest can do during his stay, etc. So right from experiences to restaurant information to other facilities, amenities, movies on hire, everything is in the service directory. All right. So it's very useful for guests to see the service directory. Great then. This is in short these terms that we looked at. I hope you have had a good revision of these terms and you'll remember these terms that we did today. I'll repeat them quickly. Dutch wife, duvets, jeweller's rouge, Johnny mop, Nipron, Shams, Schumitz, Vicar, EPNS, Flannel, Murphy bed, queen size bed, credenza, pillow menu, and service directory. So keep revising these terms and ensure you know them, understand them well. Whenever you visit hotels, make sure you see these things so that they are in your memory permanently. I've referred to Raghu Balan, and of course, from my work experience in the industry. And we've made a little quiz for you, the link for which is in the description. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Have a nice day, and thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for your commitment to be an excellent hotelier.